Hey guys, RTT back here for that video, guys. Today we are on BestBuy.com because there's only real 3 locations you can buy the Surface Duo 2. One's from Microsoft, one's from Amazon, and one from BestBuy.com. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this, take a look at the actual reviews of this product, see what people are saying, because we have some mixed reviews, and depending on which unit, they actually have different reviews of each unit. We're also going to be looking at PC Mag and take a look at what they are saying. So let's start off right away with PC Mag. So here is their review. They said that the pros of this device is unique multitasking abilities, razor sharp screens, solid 4G and 5G reception, and then the cons are poor cameras for the price. We have so-so battery life and unpredictable software. So those are pretty much the main go-to reviews of this device across the board, whether you look at it at PC Mag or you look at it on any other software site. They are pretty much saying the same concept. Listen, this phone is great, but it has some issues with the software. I've said this a million times. This is why it's not a big deal, because it's going to all be fixed as time goes on. Now, they did say poor cameras, and I'm going to guess they mean poor camera software, because when you look at the fact it has a 12, 12, and 16, that's really good cameras, in all honesty. I mean, it's not the Galaxy S21 Ultra when it comes to cameras, but it's still a very good cameras. And then even the inside one is a 12 megapixel shooter. So let's look at what BestBuy.com is saying. So let's go ahead and start off with the worst review possible. It's a 1-star review. Maybe first batch not ready for prime time. Oh, this should be a juicy one, boys. So it says, love it. I really do. But I had to return my Surface Duo 2 due to 2 screens being different color temperatures. I have never heard this being an issue. Holy crap. The left screen was bluish white and the other one was amber white. And yes, before you ask, I have the same page spanned across the 2 screens. Didn't notice this for 2 days. Then the third morning, there it was. I checked my first gen Duo. Both screens were the same temperature after being almost a year old at this point. Yes, I pre-ordered and paid full price for that one too. The Best Buy took one look at it and said, oh, that's not good. Saw the return. Of course, didn't have another in stock, so couldn't get a replacement. And I wasted my whole weekend setting it up just right. A lemon. Maybe a future common problem, maybe. I would get another, as I am a Best Buy page now, but I'm really at this point where I'm afraid to try again, just to get paid, might just use my paid off Surface Duo 1. Okay, so you know what? We're starting off these reviews with some crazy stuff happening. All right, I expected the 1-star to be software issues, right? Software, hardware, maybe the charging port broke for him, maybe he dropped the phone. Really? And keep in mind, the reason why we go for BestBuy.com reviews, guys, is because of this bad boy right here. Verified purchase. They always put that whenever someone buys the actual item, they will put verified purchase, so you know, okay, did this guy actually buy the item, or is he just talking out of his butt, right? Because some people do go ahead and make reviews of stuff, and they don't even buy the item. They don't even try the item out, right? And it's like, why you make a review of something when you haven't even tried the item? So he's tried it. He definitely got it. Now, I wish he would have sent or posted pictures on the site here, because you can do that, of the 2 screens. So he's saying is that this screen right here was bluish white, and this one was amber. I can't say I had that issue, and I pretty much can't say that many people have had that issue. So he had it for 3 days, and it didn't pop up to the 3rd day. So that means, in my opinion, again, for the first 2 days, it was fine, and then the 3rd day was something wrong with it. I don't know what happened with his device. For the screen to actually change color, I'd have to think heat was applied to your device in some way, that your device was fine out of the box, and then maybe, again, it could have been yourself. It says color temperatures, so it could have been your personal self something you put it somewhere and it ended up heating up the device, or it could have been maybe the battery in the device was actually faulty and it actually expanded, which again would go ahead and actually break the device. But if it heats up too much, it could actually destroy the LCD screens or AMOLED screens on the device. Maybe that heated up, or again, like I said before, it could have been something where it's just faulty. It's just, I've not seen that issue, and I really am interested to see if anyone else is having the issue. Tell me down below if you had that issue, because I've not seen anyone have that issue. Okay, so we're starting off great, guys. We're really starting off great here. The 2-star review. Better than the Duo 1. Again, verified prices, keep in mind. Only because of the hardware. The software is just as bad as the original, and I really wanted to like it. But at over $1,500, same issue as the first, is no-go. And yes, I had the first also. So I don't think he had the first when it first came out. So I think when the Duo 1 first came out, this bad boy right here, right? And keep in mind, you might say, wait, what's the difference? Look at the back. Anyway, though, when the Duo 1 first came out, it was an absolute mess. It was buggy, it was glitchy, there was a lot of issues with it, and there was so many problems. That being said, if you bought it when I bought it in June or July of this year, then this was not an issue. It was a lot less buggy and a lot less glitchy. So if he bought it when I bought it, and you're comparing that to the Surface Duo 2, yeah, it's somewhat similar with the glitches and bugs, but it's a lot worse than the Duo 1, and it's not even a close comparison. The Duo 2 is not as polished as the Duo 1, and this guy did post this 2 days ago. He owned for 1 week when reviewed. He must have not installed the update, because Microsoft did push out an update around 3 days after this phone came out, and it fixed a lot of the software issues. It fixed a lot of the software glitches. Now, I'll tell you this right now. I was trying to run a benchmark on this device, right? So there's a gaming benchmark called GFX Bench, right? Let me show you what happens when I try to load this up. And actually, I think I uninstalled and restarted it. Okay, never mind. I take that point back. So this is what the benchmark is, right? So you can run it on your device, and it goes ahead and tests your device out in different games. Well, once you run it and you get the whole entire thing done, this application won't open at all. You have to literally uninstall the app, reinstall the app for it to work, because the benchmarks being on this device actually crashes the device and won't let the application open. So that was an issue for me, and I couldn't show you guys benchmarks because physically speaking wise, the application kept crashing on me until I uninstalled and reinstalled it, and I didn't realize I just reinstalled it. So that was an issue for me. But if you're saying the software is an issue to a point that is the Surface Duo 1, you clearly are saying all the updates Surface Duo 1, and still I don't think there's that many issues. And after the update, Surface Duo 2 has been a lot better. All right. No 3 stars. Now we're getting the 4 stars. Now we're getting the good ones, okay? Hopefully the good ones. 4-star for improvement over the MK1 neg 1 for misses. Oh, he's saying -1 for misses and an upgrade. Okay, so this guy actually has a paragraph. Yep, he does have a paragraph. All right, I'll start with the negatives so we can focus on positive. And so much has much improved functions compared to the Duo, but still has UI bugs, some similar to the first. I like this guy better, some similar. Biggest complaint by far is overall not too bad compared to a Duo Prime. Screen still freezes when from wake sometimes. I actually have not had that issue yet. And app's not optimized for dual screens. And again, like I said before, it's never going to happen. Okay, I don't say it's never going to happen, but the Duo is a very unique device, rather than, let's say, for example, the Galaxy Fold 3 like this, and then of course the Google Pixel Fold will look exactly like this phone. So it's hard to really break down and say, if you're an app manufacturer, are you gonna go ahead and develop phones for what looks like the Galaxy Fold 3, which will look like the Google Pixel Fold, which will look like the Oppo's phone, you're most likely going to go ahead and develop apps for that, right? You're not going to develop apps for the for the Surface Duo, because there's no other phone on the market that looks like this, that has two-step with glass panels. So it's hard for any developer to manufacture for it, because there's just simply not a demand. There's not a need for it. There's not enough people who are going to buy just a Duo, device. And if there was enough, there would be. But at the end of the day, they rather make a application compatible with a Fold 3 that's also going to be compatible with a Pixel Fold, which is also going to be compatible with the other smartphones that are foldable. I'll chalk the above up to the hope that Microsoft prioritizes bug fixes and software updates. They will. They definitely will, but the whole optimization, it will take a very long time. So there's only 3 games that are optimized for the Duo 2, and we are still a month out of it coming out. Still using your phone instead of Continuum. Not a knock on the phone, but still a negative. I will say, I said this many times in videos, Continuum was a very flawed type system, and if they would have took that flawed system and put it right on the Surface Duo 2, I think it would have been a fail. They had to optimize it for the Duo 2, and I don't think Microsoft would have committed that much. So I will say, with it being that I don't think truly it would be optimized for the device, I think it was a good idea that they didn't have it on the device. That makes sense. Beyond the software, I hate that the new bumper has even less than it protects than the first one. And I did say that in my video, yes, the Surface Duo 2's bumper is less protected. Someone actually commented on my video and said that, and it really is. And I just picked up Duo 1. That's how much they're the same. But anyway, though, this is what the Duo 1's bumper looks like, and if it was on the Surface Duo 2, that's what it would look like. But of course, this is a bumper. You might not even see the bumper, because the bumper is hard to see, but it's literally just the corner. It's the corner, and you guys can probably see it better right there. So yeah, and it's $40, and it doesn't come with the actual phone. That's the biggest L in my opinion. Definitely is the biggest L in my opinion. Whether the edges of USB port and now SIM will crack in the Duo 1, and it actually won't. So the issue with the Duo 1, which was right here, was that USB-C port has cracked for a lot of people. It didn't crack for me, cracked for a lot of people. The reason why is because it's a flim piece of plastic right here, and it's on the corner, so if you put enough pressure on it, you're going to crack it. Now, for the Duo 2, it's actually in the middle here, and it's a lot thicker plastic around it. So, again, like I said, it might crack in the end. I don't think it will, but that's just my personal opinion. Camera has much improved. So is the app for both preview and editing. For preview and editing, yes. For taking pictures, it actually has not improved. It's actually a negative, because it actually does crash. It's not as fast. It's very flawed. 5G and NFC, yup. Honestly, I can't tell the difference anyway. You're probably not in an area where 5G is actually important then, or you're just not downloading or watching things on 5G. That's pretty much that. NFC, though, that's a huge difference, trust me. But someone who uses their phone every single day when they go to work, NFC is a huge, huge plus. And yes, you could, someone actually commented, you could just get the Galaxy Watch. I'm a dishwasher, though. I can't. So, pretty much just, for me, I can't. But obviously, you can overall. Alright, so, not bad, not bad. I highly improve it in version 1. First thing I say is from the device, it's not for everyone. I've said this many times in my videos. If you're interested in the form factor and like the Surface Duo 1, then it's a great device. Most of the major issues compromised from Duo 1 has been addressed. Exactly. The device is very snappy, and build quality is vastly improved from the Duo 1. There are still times that the software bugs out, but not a deal breaker that can be patched up. All right. I do agree with what he's saying, so he's giving it a 4 out of 5 stars because, again, the software should have been polished. And I say this a million times, the software should have been polished out of the box. It should have been polished before this device even shipped out. And we saw some early review units that had some bugs and glitches, and I said if they have these bugs and glitches, it's going to be a failure. And obviously it wasn't a failure, but it definitely was, really bad. All right, so overall, and again, a lot of people saying the same thing. They're just saying that it's great, but guess what? The software is not 100%. And then the 5-star reviews is actually when Microsoft, Microsoft actually responds. Microsoft goes through these Best Buy reviews and look at the 5 stars and they're like, all right, bet we're going to respond to those. And they responded to, look how many. Look how, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 8 reviews they responded to. They responded to the 1 star, the 2 star, or the 4 star. They responded to the ones that like that. Thank you for sharing your experience. We're delayed to hear the Duo 2 is exceed your expectations. Microsoft. +1 for that, Microsoft. +1 for that. You just go through these reviews and you're like, all right, where's the good ones? Okay. These are the ones that say we're a good company. Check. I wish they would have done here is put a really negative thing at the end. Because Microsoft's not reading the whole entire comment. You know that 100%. They're reading the first sentence or two and saying, okay, that's a very positive comment. Let's go ahead and actually respond to that. Because they didn't respond to every single one. They didn't respond to this one at all. Anyway, though, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts and opinions here. We have Amazon has one, but they don't have any reviews on their unit, so I can't really talk about that. But I will say overall, like I made my reviews after a week of owning it, I still love this device. It's still my daily driver every single day. I still think that the outside glance display is absolutely pointless. But overall, it's still a really, really great device. I use it for gaming. I use it for a lot of different things. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, like, comment down below. See you guys next one. Peace out.